everyone. Welcome to another 5 Minutes with the FMA. I'm Chris Daniels, and today we're taking a look at investment scams. I'm joined by Elizabeth Asmerom Asfaha. She's one of the regulatory services advisors at the FMA. What are some of the trends we're seeing in scams?
So we continue seeing a lot of impersonations of New Zealand financial service providers, and we see them coming in three ways. So the first one is imposter websites, where scammers put up a fake website with fake investment offers and use the credentials of a registered New Zealand company. And we've recently seen a reemergence of term deposit rates comparison websites where people think that they can see rates comparison, but actually they have to provide their personal information first. Once they provide their personal information, they get contacted by someone who claims to be a financial advisor or a representative of a financial institution, and they offer them an attractive investment offer, usually providing a very credible product disclosure statement using the branding of a well-known financial institution. And we've seen that this scam is so sophisticated and credible that a lot of people have lost considerable amounts of money. And now lately, we've seen a lot of impersonations happening through text messages where people are being contacted by someone claiming to represent a New Zealand bank or investment firm. And they're encouraged to join a WhatsApp group where they think they will learn about investing, but actually they're being encouraged to invest in a fake platform.
There's a lot of discussion at the moment about the role of AI online. What sort of role has AI been playing in scams?
So we've seen that investment scams are becoming increasingly sophisticated, making it harder for people to understand if they're dealing with a scam. So we've seen that scammers are embracing AI and using it to their advantage to quickly put out a lot of websites, emails, documents, fake online profiles, and we've seen scammers embrace AI and use it to their advantage to quickly scale up their scams and reach a wider audience. Scammers use AI to quickly put out hundreds and thousands of emails, websites, social media advertisements to reach their victims. We've seen AI used in the impersonation of individuals, well-known public figures, and even politicians, where scammers use AI to create deepfake videos mimicking the behavior and the voice of a person. And because AI is becoming smarter, we've also seen these deepfakes becoming increasingly realistic. And it's just making it harder for people to see that they're not dealing with the real thing.
And these deep fake images or videos will be encouraging investment. And so who is actually running these kind of scams? Is it small time local criminals, or is it a much wider sort of network?
So there's the myth of a scammer being this lone figure operating from a dark basement. But in reality, scams are large operations run by organized crime. And it's a big business and lucrative. And we've seen that in the numbers as well. In 2024, it was estimated that New Zealanders lost about 195 million due to scams. And because scams are turned into large-scale operations, we've seen that they've become more resilient and harder to dismantle.
What sort of role is there for the financial services industry here in New Zealand, for financial advisors, financial advice providers, for instance?
Well, as mentioned, scams are operated by a big network, and we need our own network to take down this network. We recommend anyone who is interested in investing to do the checks, to ask questions, to talk to a trusted friend or a financial advisor if they have any doubts. And we think that this is where the industry can really play a big role in the fight against scams. We think the industry can be that sounding board for anyone who has a doubt about their investment.
And how should a financial advice provider, for instance, go about reporting a suspicious investment or a scam, and what sort of information should they share with the FMA?
So we want to hear anything they have about scams or near misses, or about businesses who might be providing financial services but aren't licensed or registered to operate in New Zealand. General information we're looking for are website links or social media pages, how the victim came across the scam, whether there are any financial losses, and if the victim is New Zealand based. Any information the industry can provide to us will be helpful. We've seen in a lot of cases that information provided by the industry to us was the missing piece of the puzzle for us to take action.
And are there other things that a business can do about their own information that might be helpful?
Yeah, so as mentioned before, scammers like to impersonate New Zealand companies because that gives them more credibility. So, what the industry can do to help avoid this is to make sure that your company registration details are up to date and that your website is up to date as well.
And what are some of the things perhaps that we could do as individuals to keep ourselves safe from these kind of scams?
So, it's important to realize that scammers don't discriminate. Anyone can be a target of a scam, and anyone can be a victim of a scam, even those who are the most careful. The best way to protect yourself from an investment scam is to do a reality check. Scammers like to use different kind of pressure methods or manipulation to get you to act fast without thinking it over. So always take the time when you get an investment offer. Ask questions. Make sure you understand who you're actually dealing with. Make sure you understand what you're investing in and understand what the risks are before you give your personal information and money away. And in general, be very cautious if you get an investment offer out of the blue or if there are any promises of high returns for little to no risk, because it's likely a scam. And if you want more resources on how to protect yourself, you can check out our website. It has a lot of information on scams.
Fantastic. That's great, Elizabeth. Our website is www.fma.govt.nz. Thanks very much for your time today, Elizabeth. That's another 5 minutes with the FMA. See you next time.